when you think about it, it's such fine margins that get you over the line or don't get you over the line.
I suppose it was the first time I probably thought, you know, God, we can win All Ireland here. Like.
So I remember my dad bringing me down when I was about 6 or 7 to play under 10s in St. Brigid's. The underage kind of focus for the club was kicking off around the time. This did only have one pitch and a small dressing room set up. It didn't matter what age you are, there was no nursery or anything organised like that there would be nowadays. And just started playing there, and that was it when I fell in love with Gaelic football.
Went up from Sacred Heart and we started playing with Paddy Christie's team at under 12s. We would have been playing a bit of soccer at the time and kind of went up the first night we were in Popinjay Community Centre and we were just playing a bit of indoor football. Kind of went from there, then we played a match and just we were playing then for life, I suppose.
My dad played for Brigid's. Dad was captain of the senior team and played, I think, 7 county finals and lost 7 county finals. But I definitely remember down at matches with Dad and going to games with Dad and down to training and handing out the jerseys and just being involved with the club from as soon as my earliest memories.
We were 16, 17 coming onto the senior team. It was sink or swim. We had no choice but to step up to the plate for the good of the club. But we had a good group of lads coming through, which did help because we were really, determined, and we had no real success. We were kind of driven by Paddy Christie and the lack of success to try and drive on the club.
For us as minors that time, there was the senior team was an unbelievable team already, and we were there, obviously young at the time, coming into a successful team, and there were some of our players that would obviously join that panel and strengthen it even more. But I think for us, coming out of minor and having the likes of Carl and Frankie and these lads that played county, and they were unbelievable role models for a minor team coming in, and that kind of definitely helped strengthen the team by having them lads kind of there and involved.
We were lucky enough that we had a good talented group as well, and Paddy was manager, and maybe not winning at the younger ages was kind of a hunger that drove us on all the way. But we did have kind of, I suppose, a lot of the lads now have multiple All-Irelands from that team, so it was a special group, do you know what I mean?
I didn't really know what to think. I was kind of going, oh God, as a kid I went to watch these matches in Paddy's Day and I never ever dreamed of playing Croke Park for my club.
Do you know, looking back, it's all a mad blur of today. The range of emotions that we went through that day, from even beforehand and the bus up and just kind of the crack that you're having and the kind of the nervous excitement and that whole build-up.
I don't think we ever kind of were too worried about the opponents in the All-Ireland final. We were confident enough ourselves that if we go out and play well, we can beat whoever's put in front of us.
They had won so many titles, it was hard not to take them seriously, but they kind of had a similar trajectory to ourselves in one sense,
I always had ambitions of playing with Dublin, and that's, as a kid, you'd always want to play with your county, but to play in your club, I think it's just far more special. These guys, as I mentioned, I grew up with them, they're my friends, been at my wedding, everything, they're so close that this is what it means for you to play with your club. Yes, we were confident, when you do go that far up, it's hard not to be confident, probably things were going well for us at the time.
We kind of got off to a poor start with Ballymun. Were just on fire. Everything they did was going into the back of the net and over the bar, and they had us under real pressure.
When I think we went 10 up, I think Philly got a goal, and I suppose that was the first time I probably thought, God, we can win All Ireland here,
There was we didn't have time to panic, we were kind of, your head points down, you're putting your shoulder to the wheel, but we managed to somehow claw our way back in. Senan got a great goal.
And Senan's goal after whatever 10-12 minutes was the real turning point for us in that game, to recover from the bad loss and to bring the game within a manageable deficit. That allowed us to go on and claw back the rest of it as the game went on.
Then the second half just was frantic.
A nice ball fell for me in the second half, all right, and just first thing came into my head was to punch it, and thankfully went into the bottom corner. Hadn't really ever tried it before. I think there was one goal in a college game for Trinity years back where a similar thing happened and it went into the corner as well. But it was just pure instinctive, certainly wasn't premeditated. I couldn't have reacted that quickly on a premeditated decision. So yeah, thankfully it went in, brought us level.
Don't know how we pulled it off or how we even thought not to catch it, but it was just kind of instinctive. And that put us back to level, and then it was kind of game on. Then we're back in the game, and I guess the last 15 minutes were big nerves on both sides. Like I think they missed 2 frees, and we dropped a couple of balls short into the keeper's hand, and like it was kind of, you know, it was to and fro. It was one of them kind of like nobody really wants to win it, nobody wants to lose it kind of occasions.
I don't think any team went more than a point ahead, and it was real tit for tat, and it was like first team blinks loses kind of a job. I was there close enough to when it happened, and Garage Cunniff just got a hand to John Small's hand pass, and Niall Graham was able to sweep in front of Jason Whelan for the crucial turnover, and we worked the ball back up the pitch, and Frankie, the man you'd want there, other than Senna maybe, to kick a point over the bar, got on the ball as he always wants to do in the crucial moments, and slotted it over. It's just sweet.
Really, we'd been once, maybe Vincent, the quarter final, we went 3 down. But you know, this kind of felt different, like it was just a bit that sort of game, like where with the weather and stuff like that, like it was going to be hard to get too many scores at that point, like when he kicked the winner and then like a great score, but like, you know, you just felt sick in the pit of your stomach, you know, because you knew probably you were going to struggle to have time to do anything else. I was just completely numb, like I remember sinking down and lying on the ground and just wanting the ground to swallow me up.
That's why we keep playing football. I think, you know, until I hang up the boots, I'll always believe that I can get back there. I think we're just a tight-knit group. To get there, it was a massive success for us, and you know, hopefully we can get back there again, you know.
When you think about it, it's such fine margins that get you over the line or don't get you over the line. We were 1 interception away from maybe losing the game. You know, it really is that close. You know, you only get a certain window of opportunity to play for that team, and you know, growing up, you're seeing your dad and his friends playing, and then, you know, 20 years later you're in, and it, you know, in 20 years' time there'll be the next generation playing, and that's that special thing about our club and every club. And obviously it's a massive thing to have been part of that team for so long.
The first thing that came into your head is like, we've actually done this, we've won the big one. What we've always wanted to do since maybe 2005, that this is in the back of our mind. Maybe it's like a kid on Christmas morning, uncontrollable excitement because he sees a good present, they don't know how to react. Same with us, just them first few moments. Time stands still, you just want to, you're in the moment with your mates on the pitch. It's an incredible feeling.